Alright, so I'm test fitting some panels before I turn the car around. I have several issues, which isn't surprising for all the stuff I've done to these body panels, particularly this fender and these two doors. The biggest problem I have, you see our body line, I've got the strikers out and all that. The body lines are good. You know, they line up right here just like they should. But right down here, it might be kind of hard to see because this panel, this door almost touches here. Almost touches the rocker panel. And of course you see a nice gap on through here until you get to here. Of course it's hard to see because I put tape on it and I marked it because I'm going to have to cut that off. This rocker panel comes, not only does it come out, it also goes up. And you know, and I made patterns and all that of these doors, but they were so trashed that little bit of a difference, there was no way, you know. The only thing I could have done different was test fit this door, and I half knew better. I actually did know better, and I should have done it. But it was my mistake, so I'm going to have to cut this off and re-weld the end of that, grind it down, redo my body work. You know, the other thing is, this of course it's all on the bottom where I've done my repairs. This is high. This is high by almost a 1/16 of an inch right here. And it gradually comes back, and of course, you know, because the rocker panel comes out. So, you know, I don't know. I could probably dolly and hammer this in. If it won't go, then I'll have to slice on the inside of the door and get it to go inside just a little bit, you know, and re-weld it. So I'm basically redoing the body work on the bottom of this door. You know, shit happens. And if you can see that, there's a little Sharpie line right there. And it's gone. So that's where I need to cut that out. The front door isn't really quite as bad. I think it's pretty acceptable down through there. You know, I wasn't worried about it being perfect anyhow. You know, it does stick out on the bottom right here. It's a little proud right here, while the rest of it's, you know, pretty straight compared to our little filler piece here. So, you know, and it's that's the hard thing, is you don't know. I mean, it could go, you know, if I made it go in, will it line up with my fender? And right now, of course, it's lined up pretty nice. And this fender's only got 2 bolts in it, kind of holding it into place, and just kind of looking at that body line and looking at these body lines and looking at where it lands here. Of course, it's a little proud right here. Somehow it just ended up being a little tall, you know. Good thing is there's some material here I can remove. And, you know, it's a little high, and I can move it down and kind of fade it into the front of the fender. You know, just a bunch of. And my thing is I like to get this side of the car basically detailed out, at least get it close, so that all I have to do is take these body panels off, jam everything, put them all back on, and when I put them on, they're going to be on, done. And then I'm going to, you know, block sand everything, get everything put back together, get it all detailed out for the paint on the outside. That's kind of how I plan on doing it, but I might do something different. I don't know. Well, just a quick update for you guys. I don't know. It's a lot of work. I'll probably show you how I fix that bottom of that door before we upload this video, and I don't know, maybe some other stuff. it's kind of one of those deals where I just really want to take my time and just let it sit. Let it sit for a little bit and let me think about it, figure out how I'm going to attack something. And that seems to work out better than just going all hell at it, tearing all kind of shit up. But look, you know, it's getting to be a car again. So it's okay. Well, when I do something, I'll get back with you here in 0.3 of a second, and it might be 10 days from now, or maybe 1. It might be tonight. I'm getting kind of tired, so I probably won't.
I don't want to alarm anybody, but I heard it on the radio on my way over today. The police station here in Irvington, Indiana got broke into last night. Thieves stole all the toilets. Cops got nothing to go on. Thank you, Bruce. That's about a fast number off the new CD. This one's called Straight from the Well. I hope you enjoy it. He told me to go straight to well, and I surely did. I remember the day that you left me. I remember the things that you said.
Alright. Yeah, they always put the best looking guy in the back. Okay, like I was telling you guys 0.3 of a second ago, this door was long, had all the body lines pretty much where they needed to be, but this door was long because the quarter or the rocker panel comes up just slightly. Where it's leaded in right here, it's like it's layered on top of the first part, and so it's just that much taller. And I'm not trying to be picky, but it was too close to where you can almost see where it was hitting inside there. It was just hitting it. So I cut it off, seam welded, which is kind of tough for me to do. I'm not that great of a welder. Just seam welded inside there, ground it off, Duraglassed it. Of course, I'll eventually dump some real thin 415 down inside here so it seals it from the backside. You know, that's about the best I can do. So it's looking pretty good through there. Of course, our little insert is missing. I had that in there while I was getting everything, you know, but I'm going to do that with my small parts when I start doing body work on small parts. Fender here had a little bit of a proud spot here, and what you see there is bare metal and a little bit of Duraglass, but it's all blocked down. I've got the whole thing from here down blocked down with 80 grit and then 150. It's all good and clean. I've blown it off. We're going to prime this. Then we'll really know what it looks like. Yeah, it might feel good with my hand, but you just can't see it till you get color on it, and it's all the same color. So, you know, we'll just see. See, it just looks funny right there. Looks like it's on the edge of it. It's not, but it's metal. It's metal down here, so, which is fine. It's perfect. Also, had a little chip issue right here. There you go. You can see it now. Actually, I chipped the small layer, the skim of Bondo here, because this was too big. This was too, you know, it was more like out here. So I also had to kind of grind that down and get that like right where it should be. And I chipped it. When you open the door, it'll hit inside the B pillar. So let me get this primed up, and we'll check it out. Then we're going to go on to that door, starting the door thing all over again. I'm so freaking excited. Be right back. Alright, there we go. Got some primer on there, and it's probably, I don't know, it's pretty thick. You can see the difference where I had it masked off at, right here. And I can grab that with my fingernail. Of course, it's a, you know, regular tape line, but you can tell how thick it is, and it's, you know, it's a little bit, actually it's quite a bit grainy, but it's thick. And this stuff, it's really some awesome stuff. So that'll eventually get all blocked out, you know. So the next step is take this fender off. Once my primer on the bottom of it sets up a little bit more, store it in the house, then get this car turned around and start working on that door. I'm going to do these doors different. I've learned my lesson right here. I'm just going to do them different. So the next video you see, I want to show you how different I'm doing. So the video might be, might be a little while, but you guys are patient. So anyhow, we'll just call this a quick update. Just getting things mostly finished up, and I'm pretty proud of this right here. That's like brand new, and you can almost hold it up to the old one, and of course it looks better, but it's pretty nice. So we'll get this old puppy fired up and turned around, hopefully. Anyway, one side mostly done. Thanks, guys. Alright, there we go. Still lives. I'd ran out of gas, if I remember right, the last time, so it took some time to get the fuel down and the throttle stuck there for a second, so it's not a big deal. We'll get this thing covered up with some plastic on the good side and the back half of it anyhow, and start chopping the door up right over there. We got all this to fix. Yep. So we'll get to doing some stuff, and I'm gonna try to do things a little bit different, like I was saying. You know, it might be a little bit for my next video if I come up with something a little bit different to post that I think you guys might be interested in. I'll sure let you know. But old Lulu still lives. Still lives. See you guys later. Alright. Till next time, honey. See you folks later.